football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. For a strong kick to get this one underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And man, you don't have great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Malton. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. motion from the wide receiver. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Running inside, it's Williams. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, if they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Dropping back, it's Carr. He's got it. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Carr. Got a man. It's Washington. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. Trying to pick it up on the ground. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Wide receiver going in motion. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Snags it and he's open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Finding some room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Handoff for Malton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There's a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Williams. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Carr to throw. The screen, he can go. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Running inside, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Hand off, Moulton running left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, this guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Throwing. Carr. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Moulton. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. That is a cannon shot, and it's headed out of bounds. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The run inside. It's Mobley. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's a heat. Running to his left. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Complete downfield. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
And he's got room. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this.
Goes high to pull it in. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Mobley. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Running inside, it's Mobley. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Third and 6 yards to go. Motion from the wideout. Carr from the gun on third down. Throws for the tight end. The sure hands, it's Flanagan. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third short, what they like third medium, third long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Here's a give to Malton. Turning it on. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Iowa! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
The tight end might be changing the route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Carr makes the grab. It's Washington. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. If it works. They tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
No, and how about a good job by the defense? You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dances away to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff for Malton. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Soft spot in the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Moulton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism, and you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. Here's Carr to throw. Right on the money. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that two-point conversion attempt goes awry. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Got enough for the first. At the 45, on his way. He's loose. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throwing, Carr. It's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Carr. He'll get rid of it. Got a man, it's Flanagan. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Here we go, ready. 22, 22. Hey, move. Go.
The run inside. It's Williams. Nice move there. Might have a chance. Touchdown! Fighting Irish. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The Irish touchback.
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit home, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton, able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your
maybe a crease. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Snags it, and there's running room. Past the 30. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Man, that's a nice job by this defense. Aggressive, all near the line of scrimmage, taking away all the space. And that's a big stop. Now, you're only down 1. Now a field goal, in turn, can go give you the lead in the 4th quarter.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
My goodness, he unloads on that one. Now he fields it in his own end zone. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They take over, holding this slim lead, and a drive right here, Sherwood. Here's an interception, and they need that turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Here's a gift to Malton. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Here's Kamari Malton. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
And what a big moment in the game and a decision for them.
And wait, they've made a decision here, and they're sending out the field goal unit, hoping to get a short 3. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. After giving up a score in that last possession, you just feel the sense of urgency now. It's really, really high, David. This offense, they've got to answer.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's okay because I still got the lead. Now I just go out and execute, give it to my leaders, let them do their thing.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kamari again. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about.
There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Running inside, it's Williams. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They can win it with a field goal here, but they have to be smart. Clock's still running.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they decide to trot out the kicker.